Shalom, giving all praise to my heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well. Peace and many salutations to you brothers that's toiling in his truth. The wisdom of Esau Edom is being brought low. They're exposing one another, alluding to Psalms 60, the 64th chapter. The tongues are falling on themselves. Now, Babylon the Great has been a golden cup that makes all these various nations drunk with its wine or its philosophy. And these nations are looking at, Esau Edom, and they're mad. People are tired of, the various policies that America has pushed, aka Babylon has pushed throughout the world, under the ideology that they are the police of the world. They are the moral compass of the world. And now it's being seen that America can't even take care of its own children. America, uh, you know, a financial system is very fragile and is built on usury. America, you know, has no regard for any sense of family, any sense of passing on traditions. But it's about confusion, man. And it's funny how these other uh, various news outlets in other countries are looking at America and they're marketing. We know this would be prophecy, man. So let me play this clip for you guys, and then we'll get to the scriptures, okay?
And it keeps getting darker and it keeps getting more sinister in my humble opinion. A debate is heating up over whether or not Texas children should be allowed in drag events. It comes after Dallas bar Mr. promoted their Saturday afternoon event as a family-friendly version of their shows and appropriate for kids of all ages. Children were invited to walk down the walkway and dance on stage with performers. The organizers said it was meant to promote inclusion and fun.
This is so crazy. It's hard not to think. I don't know what to think of this.
It's crazy who you had in there laughing and clapping, and also the people who were participants and the dudes that was participants as drags. It was all Israel, man. Northern and Southern tribe. That's why 2/3 of our people are going to get wiped off the face of the earth because you're wicked. You wicked as hell, dog.
What are we watching?
I mean, I'm old enough to remember when drag queen story hours were the things that we were outraged at because that's so clearly inappropriate. In this case, you've got a neon pink sign as a backdrop declaring it's not going to lick itself as adult drag performers are dancing and lip syncing and even collecting dollar bills from young kids as their parents were sipping on their drinks, having a good time.
A bookstore owner in Port Richey who has hosted drag queen story hours says it's legislating hatred.
Absolutely insane video. Back to you, Tucker.
Yeah, just don't get kids involved, obviously.
That's kind of on the lighter side. On the darker side, this story from North Carolina, where a preschool, James, uses these flashcards, so these things you kind of hold up like this. There we go.
Yep.
And they feature a pregnant man as a way of teaching little children about LGB blah, 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 James.
Well, I mean, if they've got the iPhone, they've already got the pregnant man emoji with that. But yeah, again, this is, the revolution does not sleep, it does not quit, and they will find every single avenue in to undermine anything that smacks of a traditional way of looking at the world. Traditional, like,
culture wars, stop fighting the culture wars,
James.
Yeah, so pushing this insanity isn't a culture war, but saying, wait a second, this isn't a good
That's
idea.
a culture
war.
Yeah.
But this isn't even primary school. So we've seen it in high school, we've seen it in primary school. So this is preschool. So these are children being taught colours. So these flashcards were actually used to.
So they're indoctrinating these children. It isn't about having choice. It's about pushing an agenda on these children for their wicked agenda. which I personally believe that it's going into transhumanism, because as if this world keeps going on, people are not going to have any rights. The governments are going to dictate who the gender of these children. That's why the term non-binary keeps coming up. You know, with a huge decrease in population, Esau Edom is trying to perfect, and this is just my opinion, trying to perfect, these various sex changes so that he could be God, man. Okay, and it's all about New Age eugenics, which transhumanism is New Age eugenics. Okay, so you people are being played. Your rights are being taken right before your eyes, and you're just concerned about being nasty and being lewd. Okay, and these people in other countries, they're seeing what's going on in America, and it's you know, it's America is a laughing stock. It's a joke to these various nations, man. And as America's power begins to wane, economically speaking, guess what? We're gonna see more of these various countries uh, jump ship and become a part of the Russian regime, man, but a Russian ally. It's already going on with BRICS, which is an economic pact between uh, what's it? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and you have countries like here in the Western Hemisphere, Mexico becoming part of that economic pact. Okay, so people are making steps to get away from the grips of the petrodollar, man. Okay, why is that? Because people are tired of Esau Edom and then how he ran the world. He's ran it in straight lies, deceit, and violence, right? Under the banner of liberating various nations, and bringing democracy, and the democracy to those countries, and also liberating the alphabet people in those countries. He does all those things, right, to force the people to worship his way. And these people, they're tired of it, okay? Let's get to these scriptures. Now this is Jeremiah 49, starting at verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus said Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is the wisdom vanished? And that's a rhetorical question. Looking at Esau Edom now, you ask yourself, well, what happened to Esau? Back in the day, you would see Esau Edom, and you would try your hardest to sound intelligent. You would try to straighten up, present yourself a certain way, all for the approval of a damn heathen, or somebody who's uh, a vile human being, a worst of the worst, bro. And all these years, it's just like, not only individually speaking, what I'm saying, but just, throughout the world, people have taken on the philosophy of Esau Edom, to further themselves, right? Further those people. But in all actuality, fall after the ways of Esau Edom has made, the masses, very prideful, very dumbed down, uneducated, fat, and lazy, bro. You see? But Western culture comes, death and nihilism comes also. So where's the wisdom, where's the wise of this place, man? It's being found out that it's not wise. It's wicked. It's decadence. That's it. Jeremiah 49 and 8. Flee ye, turn back deep, draw deep, O inhabitants of the Dan. Back to it, Jeremiah 49:8. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep on the habits of the land, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If great gatherers come to thee, would not would they not leave some gleaming grapes? If these by night they will destroy till they had enough, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. That's right. So the Most High is uncovering Esau Edom, right? The secret places, you know what I'm saying? The philosophy, things of that nature of Esau Edom is being found out to be wicked, man. And that's chiefly start with us, the you know, the Israelite camps exposing Esau Edom for who he is, man. You know, and then for me, my apostles and elders, bishops and all down, you know what I'm saying? We constantly do sit downs, and other camps too, do sit downs on Esau Edom, uh, you know, making him bare, if you will, or exposing him, you know, exposing his ways, exposing, you know, his, say for instance, his economic system, how he's built off of usury, which is contrary to the scriptures. You know, you have GMO foods, which is against the scriptures. You're mixing and mingling seeds. You're not supposed to do that. You know, and it causes cancer. Mixing, uh, you know, or extracting oil out of the land, destroying the earth. You know, selling poisonous items to the masses, like Teflon, for instance. That's very, very dangerous for you. You know, it causes cancer, but he sells it. Sells cigarettes and adds all types of madness in it. All these things, the Most High, you know, has put the spirit on us to expose, man. You know, and with us, the Hebrew Israelites come on the scene on YouTube in 2007. There's been an explosion of exposing, you know what I'm saying, the ways of Esau Edom, you know, the empire of Esau Edom, which is Babylon the Great, on, you know what I'm saying, you know, for his lies and for his deceit. Okay? Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. I'm curious to see what that word insurrection means. I'm gonna look it up for you guys. And that word is gosh. It says throng in company. It's throng or scheming. You know what I'm saying? Esau Edom use all these schemes and tactics to put the people under his wicked vibration. And one of those tactics that he used really is this whole alphabet movement is really what shows you that he's against the Heavenly Father and his order. The Most High made male and female. And with those two genders, the world is able to be replenished by humans. It's very simple. But Esau even says, you know what? No, we could add more sex to it. You know, we could say, oh, if you want to be a woman and you're a guy, you could do that. If you are a female, you know, and want to be a guy, you could do that. That's what the whole concept of males can have periods too. If someone identifies as a male and she's a transgender male, but she's still gonna have periods. So she said, you know what, males can have periods too. You guys are discriminating, and this is the wickedness that's being perpetuated here. So people are looking at America and its policies and saying, you guys have lost your mind. Look at you guys. Okay, that's exactly what's going on. Back to Psalm 64 and 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And that word wet, if you look it up, means they sharpen the tongue to sharpen. I'm gonna look it up for you guys. Just for edification. Man, I was telling you, man, Satan is really mad because it's just trying to do is sit down. It's harder and harder, man. You know what I'm saying? All these distractions. You know, you come outside, try to get some get some clarity. You know, all these, it's just Satan is just attacking, bro. But that's all right. That this is Shanan. It says to sharpen wet, to wet sharpen, to sharpen teach, to pierce, to be pierced, to sharpen teach. You see that? So they're wetting their tongue, right? So to teach what? To teach wickedness, to teach lies, man. Exactly what we're seeing. You know, to destroy basically the children, to indoctrinate the children. All right, to get them used to basically not being born with the sex, being non-binary. Because in the near future, the government is going to be picking, if the house shut doesn't turn, they're going to be picking the sex of these children, man. Under neo eugenics, all right. Psalm 64:3, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret in the perfect, at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, they commune of lying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? That word snares means a trap. So they you know, lie all these traps on the masses for their wicked hindered agenda. Case in point, college. College doesn't do anything but indoctrinate these young adults, and also put them in extreme debt. So when they get out, they're indoctrinating, they're in debt. Meaning, well, what does that make you? That makes you a great employee. People aren't taught how to create their own business and things of that nature. You might have a business class, but it has all these business jargon on the subject of business. But none of these college professors tell you how to say to create a business, man. How to go to the what's the word? City Hall and fill out paperwork and things of that nature. You see, if you how to manage a business, you know what I'm saying? The importance of understanding credit and how to use credit to your advantage. That's not being taught. What's being taught is all these, you know, uh, 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 jargon. That's not going to be any avail to you when you graduate, bro. And you do all that schooling and get into all that debt just for you to have to work freaking $20 an hour at a job that you in which you're in front of a desk the whole damn time, a laptop the whole damn time. You think you're doing it big. Oh, you might be getting paid more than that. Even if it's $70, 70 a year, it's still not enough for what they ask you to do. Okay, and that's just one way in which the people are trapped. Okay, verse 6: they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, but the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them, even an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded, so that they shall make their own tongues fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And this is what you see going on. Esau, Edom is exposing one another, and ultimately that's the will of the Heavenly Father, because the Most High is showing that the wisdom and the way of Esau, Edom is really lead you to darkness. So civil unrest, you know, is being fomented, and it's going to be made manifest as the economy starts doing worse and worse. These various policies that the left and the right are arguing against, guess what? They all are on that same beast. Okay? And it's gonna come to a head. It's gonna be, again, there's gonna be a clash of these two political parties, man. Okay? And you so-called niggas are gonna be pawns in that civil unrest or civil war. But this shows you that the Most High is not dealing with this place. Giving our praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders everywhere. Peace and many salutations to you. I count to in the truth. Shalom.